Living History, World War II stories as told by those who were there.
You told me a little bit about getting into the Hitler Youth. Tell me that story again.
There was a local Gestapo chief in town. And, everybody knows that you don't mess with the Gestapo. Well, this kid one day started give me a hard time, and he says, "You dirty Jew." And I jumped on him and I beat the living daylights out of him. The next day, my mother, who was a beautiful woman, she was a movie starlet, so you can imagine she was very elegant. Everybody just paid homage to her. And the Gestapo chief called her in. He says, "Frau Beschloss, you got to do something about that crazy son of yours, because if Alexanderplatz hears about this, we're all in trouble." Alexanderplatz was the national headquarters of the Gestapo. And he said, "We know the circumstances, but they will not be so quick to understand those circumstances." So anyway, I was then Aryanized, but also was put in a distinguished position of being one of the top students in the whole school to get favors. And one of the favors was to go to the Olympics in 1936 and to see the whole Olympics, including Jesse Owens's 4 winning medals. But the other event, which I consider very unique, is that I was one of 6 kids that was supposed to be at the station when Hitler and Mussolini were coming up from Munich, where they had signed the Pact of Steel between Italy and Germany in 1937. And the train was going to go by, we had a train station in our town where the train would go through. So I was one of 6 that was sent to the station to salute the train as it went by. Well, the train didn't go by, it stopped. And then, to everybody's amazement, the Fuhrer came out also, and he saw us standing there, and I was standing on the far left, and he came by and he looked at me and patted me on the head, and for a few seconds while he was looking at me, I was totally transfixed and hypnotized. He had these very dark blue eyes, but they captured me, like he was drawing me right into him. And I'll never forget this. This is an event that I remember a lot of things, but this was very poignant.